When we talk about food, the one thing that we usually think of those yummy, aromatic, tender, sweet, and flavorful dishes. Sometimes testing a food is through our smell. The aromatic smell will bring our appetite to the highest level, while those smelly one will discourage our taste buds. But did you know that some of those smelly and stinky foods are actually delicious? These are foods that awfully smell, but when you taste, it will give you a different satisfactory taste. So, let us check what are these smelly foods that are actually tasty for real. Let's begin. Century eggs. Contrary to their name, this Chinese delicacy is not 100 years old when served for human consumption. They are more like a few weeks to a few months of age, and they're made from soaking eggs in a saline solution. The traditional method requires using alkaline clay in the solution, although it might also include rice hulls, quicklime and ash. This results in a pretty pungent odor, but the flavor is actually quite good, some might say an acquired taste. The combination of bitter and sweet and salty is what you can expect from the jellied egg whites and dark yolks. Durian. Aside from its prickly exterior and strange-looking yellow flesh, this Southeast Asian fruit is even more recognizable by its smell, described as being similar to rotten onions, dirty socks or turpentine. Eesh, that might not sound appealing to you, but once you take a bite of the rich, gooey, almond-flavored flesh, you'll realize why it's been called king of fruit. Kimchi. It might not be the most aesthetically appealing nor the best-smelling Korean condiment out there, but it is spicy, tangy and bursting with complex flavors. It also does wonders for your digestion, thanks to the healthy bacteria it gets from fermentation. It's often served with other various pickled condiments or incorporated into recipes for an extra spicy dimension. Limburger cheese. This cheese is absolutely notorious for its pungent odor, commonly attributed to smelly feet. This unfortunate attribute comes in its third month of aging, when the bacteria, Brevibacterium linens, arrives for fermentation. That being said, if you can get past the unappetizing aroma, you will be able to appreciate this distinct European cheese's creamy, soft texture and rich, robust flavor that goes down especially well with a cold beer. Natto. If you're a bean fan, you'll likely appreciate natto, a traditional Japanese dish that consists of fermented soybeans. It's considered one of Japan's healthiest foods due to its rich protein content and high nutritional value. Beware its powerful stench, however, which has been likened to stinky cheese, and its slimy texture might deter some squirmy eaters. If you're brave enough to try it, it goes wonderfully with a bowl of rice or add some aromatic ingredients to counter the strong flavor. Stinky tofu. By now, we can pretty much declare that when it comes to food, fermented probably translates to stinky and strong flavored. This Chinese dish hardly needs clarification, thanks to its revealing name. Made from fermented tofu, it carries with it a very strong smell and is served in myriad ways: street food, mains, side dishes, snack, etc. Some say the smellier it is, the better it tastes. If you're not convinced, maybe only try it when you've got a cold. Surströmming. Touted as the smelliest food in the world, surströmming is a Swedish specialty that consists of fermented Baltic herring. It's been in existence since the 16th century, and judging by its overwhelming, rancid odor, you'd think every can was issued from that time period. The intense fermentation process causes the tins it's sold in to swell and bulge so much that it is recommended to open them under water and then consumed outdoors to prevent a lingering stench. The flavor is equally strong, spicy, sharp and salty, so it's best eaten in a sandwich with buttered clama, thin bread, and chopped onions. Dried fish. Fresh fish rapidly deteriorates unless some way can be found to preserve it. Drying is a method of food preservation that works by removing water from the food, which inhibits the growth of microorganisms. Open-air drying using sun and wind has been practiced since ancient times to preserve food. Water is usually removed by evaporation, air drying, sun drying, smoking or wind drying, but, in the case of freeze drying, food is first frozen and then the water is removed by sublimation. Bacteria, yeasts and molds need the water in the food to grow, and drying effectively prevents them from surviving in the food. These foods are more popular in Southeast Asian nations. Shrimp paste. Shrimp paste is composed of fermented ground shrimp mixed with salt. It's an especially popular ingredient in Southeast Asian cuisines, but it's less revered for the super strong smell it releases when cooking or even just on its own. It comes in different varieties, sometimes dry and firm or moist and more sauce-like. Although the extremely salty taste and foul odor can be overwhelming to sensitive palates, it is one of the most versatile cooking ingredients when you want to whip up an exotic dish. Those who swear by it also often enjoy the paste as a dip with fresh mango. Fish sauce. Fish sauce is that well-known, indescribable dipping sauce often served with egg rolls, spring rolls or other various Asian appetizers and used as a staple cooking ingredient for countless dishes. As a condiment, you can add extra seasonings and ingredients, such as fresh chili peppers, ginger, garlic, etc. You might not like its unpleasant odor, but without fish sauce, the flavor profile of many recipes would become considerably weaker. It, too, is made from fermented fish mixed with sea salt, but it is extracted from them in liquid form. Now that you know what are some of these stinky foods that actually are delicious, your next mission is to try it for yourself. You might find these foods a little awful in aroma, but you will definitely be satisfied by the taste. Whenever you visit some of those countries that cater these kinds of foods, have the guts to try it once and perhaps it might be acceptable in your taste buds. Thank you for watching this video of some of your favorite country dishes. Hope you enjoy. See you in our next video.